It's good vibes, baby. It's good vibes, baby. It's good vibes, baby. It's good vibes all around, guys. It is good vibes all around. Enjoy the music. It's Monday, man. Happy Monday to y'all, man. Happy holidays to everybody, man. Happy holidays to y'all, man.
I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation. I'm a PlayStation fan too. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
It's my opinion. I'm a neutral.
Hello, FTC. Hello, FTC. But this is great. But this is great for gamers. They're an anomaly.
Like I should care.
Cut the cap.
Anti-consumer. It shouldn't cost $70. It looks like DLC.
Hey, yo, what is good, YouTube? What's good, PlayStation Nation? It's your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Did you miss me? How y'all feeling, man? I hope y'all feeling good. Yo, listen, man. I'm feeling good today, man. I just got some really great news. Some like exceptionally great news. So like I'm in such a great mood right now. Happy Monday to everybody in the chat, you know, everybody out there, everyone that's gonna listen to this later. I hope you guys are enjoying your Monday, man. You know, happy holidays. Listen, if you're at work, I hope I could get you through your work day, right? If you're on your way home from work or school, I hope I could get you through your commute home. Listen, you might be taking a shower. I don't know. Cleanliness is closer to godliness, right? Listen, you might be having a marital with a significant other. I don't know. I just appreciate you putting me on. And yo, man, listen, it's gonna be a great show today, man. You already know we could not end 2022. We could not let 2022 end without doing at least one last episode of When Persona Speaks. Yes, I know, ladies and gentlemen. I know, like, content's been a little sparse. And I think I've said this before, but, you know, I'll just reiterate. You know, I've been in a content creation rut. Really, like, honestly. I think in the new, I don't think I know, in the new year, you know, after the holidays and all that stuff, I'll definitely be back to it. I know I got God of War review and this review and then Crisis Core and this and that, and there's so many things that I have to finish, and I'm gonna be doing and whatnot. I don't know, right now I'm in that rut, you know. I'm in a rut, guys. I think we've all been there from time to time, right? I think it's safe to say, is it fair to say that we've all been there from time to time, right? And I know you guys are probably mad at me as well. My Persona, where is the content? I subscribe for the content. You know, obviously I'm still doing my streams and stuff like that here and there, but you know. But yo, today is going to be a great show, man. We definitely gonna be talking about a couple things. When you see the title of the podcast, it's how great did the game industry do in 2022? And you know, I should have edited the title before I started the show. But it's actually going to be the industry and the gaming community. So how, you know, we're going to be reviewing the industry and we're going to be reviewing the gaming community, right? You know, just talking about some crazy stuff that has happened throughout the year, in the, you know, both gaming wise and community wise, you know, that pertains to gaming and all that stuff. And so, you know, it's going to be a great show, man. It's going to be a really fun show. Y'all already know, man. Before we do anything though, man, where are my manners? Let me shout out everyone in the chat, right? That's how we do things here. But before I shout out everyone in the chat, let me know in the chat, man, how you feeling today? Are you, you know, put a 1 in the chat if you're feeling great. Put a 2 in the chat if you're feeling okay. And put a 3 in the chat if you're not feeling all that great. If you are a 3, we're going to try to get that to at least a 2 by the end of the show. I want to get you to at least a 2 by the end of the show. Okay? Really and truly. I'm seeing a lot of 2s in the chats. Hold on now. Oh, okay. There go the 1s. Okay. I'm liking it. What else? You know what it is too, man? I was really sick for like almost like a week and a half, like almost 2 weeks, man. I was like really sick and getting over being sick. So I really didn't have any energy to like do anything. I wasn't even really gaming as much when I was sick. And for those that, you know, follow me on Twitter or even listen to one of my other shows that I did or listen to a couple of spaces I did, I was really sick, really sick, like bad. It was bad. So like my energy was like just zapped from that and everything. Then holidays and everything else. You already know how it goes with that stuff, man, right? But yo, let me shout out everybody in the chat, man, before we get into anything, man. Yo, J Gamer UK in the building. Shout out to J Gamer, appreciate you, bro. Viper Reaps Corner in the building. Viper, how you feeling, brother? Always appreciate you, man. The Iron Panther in the building. Bird in the building says, what up, chat? And Gaming with Persona on time for my drive. Yes, sir. You already know, Bird. We got you. We're going to get you through your commute home, sir. You already know. Kratos99 in the building. What's good, bro? Stealth Guy Gaming in the building. Unknown in the building. DC Gaming in the building. Always Mad Gaming in the building. Gian the Don in the building. Jamar in the building. Carl Anchor. Alex E. True BB. Foxing around. I'm chilling with Austin. I don't have the list. I can never do it as good as Bari, okay? I try, but it's just never gonna be as good as Bari. Jan Watkins, what's good, Jan? Appreciate you. Big hardcore gamer in the building. Jeff B Gaming, Games for Eternity. Appreciate y'all. Jedi Johnny 5 in the building. D True 49. Black Rob, Up Chuck Gaming in the building. Listen, guys, if there's one content creator that I want you guys to support, right? 2023, I want these boys at 1,000 subs. Go and support my boys, Up Chuck Gaming and Dre, Plus on Block Podcast. The link is in the description. You understand? Content creators you should support. And he just had a great space as well on Street Fighter 5. Was really, really good listen with him and Dre, and it was Bari, Magnificent Black. It was a couple good people that pulled up for that, man. So you know, definitely make sure y'all go support Up Chuck Gaming, Dreology 619. Go support Plus on Block Podcast. It's a great fighting game centric podcast. Very, very knowledgeable gamers when it comes to fighting games with Chuck and Dre. So, you know, you definitely want to support those boys, man. So the link to that is in the description. Go support those boys, man. The goal for 2023, we want to get these boys to 1,000 subscribers because they really are a great group of dudes, man. So definitely go and support them. You feel me? And tell them your friendly neighborhood persona sent you, okay? J-Ro in the building. J-Ro, what's good, bro? KL in the building. Cloud Strife in the building. The Meek Gamer in the building. Amanda Pemberton. Amanda, what's good? Raven. DD Vito. Arcade. King 1710. The Unknown. I think I said you already. Amunarak 3K. Killer Cam for show. Verge Brizzle in the building. Brizzle. I said Brizzle. Who else is here, man? Make sure I get everybody in the chat, man. Who else, man? Who else? Sly 0131. What's good, man? Who else, man? Who else is here? Make sure I get everybody. Y'all know I like to shout y'all out, man. Jay Bari in the building. The other half of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Absolutely. The best list on YouTube. You understand? Yo, we had a great episode too. Saturday. It was our last episode of 2022 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Great episode, a lot of great energy, a lot of great topics, a lot of great news we was talking about, man. It was a great show. So if you haven't checked that out as well, make sure you guys go check out episode 109 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. The link to that is also in the description to our official What's Up PlayStation YouTube channel. Always check that out. And listen, guys, if you thought me and Bari did it big this year, listen, man. There are two brothers from New York. That's my brother. You understand? When we say we going to go even harder in 2023, listen, man, they can't stop us, man. It's only up from here. You understand? We're going to have a lot of great guests on throughout the year. A lot of changes happening to the show. Much more professional, much more everything, man. It's just everything going to get turned up to 100. You feel me? So, you know, if you're not locked into What's Up PlayStation Podcast, definitely go check that out. It's a podcast for the community, by the community. And listen, the community has dubbed it the best PlayStation podcast. Me and Bari have never said that. You understand? Me and Bari are very humble. You understand? Very, very humble individuals. The community has dubbed it the best PlayStation-centric podcast. Not Bari and Persona. So when folks get mad, don't get mad at me and Persona. You got to get mad at the community because the people have spoken. Not me, not Bari. The people have spoken and they have said, What's Up PlayStation Podcast is the best PlayStation podcast on YouTube. I didn't say that. Those are not my words. Those are not J Bari words. You cannot hold that against us. Shout out to the community that rocks with us though, man. Especially this weekend, man. Man, yo, I say this all the time, man. Yo, the community really is like I know there's a lot of craziness that happens in this gaming community, and we're gonna talk about it later in the show. But there really are like a lot of great people in this community that like rock with us. And I was saying this on WUPS on Saturday, sponsoring giveaways and supporting, and really believes in the vision that me and Bari have with our show and what we trying to do. And that stuff really, it really does mean a lot, like really and truly. So shout out to y'all, man. Who else is here? TK RDS, what's good, bro? What's good, man? Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know I appreciate y'all. Who else is here? Sin in the building. I think I saw Requiem of Demons. Das Mises, Crazy Ty Gaming in the building. Mary Wilcox in the building. Who else is here, man? Happy to be here, just chilling, watching the stream. Always appreciate you. Always appreciate you, Jen. All right, you're Dewan Thompson in the building. Dewan, what's good, bro? What's good, bro? Juan Sosa Gaming in the building. C-Fresh 2180. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to It's Me Baby 80. Appreciate you. Worldwide Studios in the building. Walter, Magnificent Black. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Listen, round of applause for the folks in the chat. Man, all right, so let's talk. Hey man, so listen, 2022, yo, Franco Tech, what's good, man? Stardust. Oh, let me get the messages too. Yo, DC Gamer, appreciate you, man. 6 months as a member on the channel. I appreciate you always, brother. He says, I am dubbing this episode the Persona Awards 2022, 100%. Hey, yo, shout out to you, DC, man. I appreciate that. And then Stardust and Sarah, appreciate you, man. 18 months as a member on the channel. One of the day ones on the membership. You feel me? On the membership train. Always appreciate you, Stardust. He says, what's up, Persona? What's good, Stardust? I appreciate you. Listen, I want to start off with something, right? Because I tell y'all, man, the community is always going to speak, right? Listen, I get it that, there's some people in this community who don't like me because of my preference. I understand that. I get it. I truly, truly do. There's people who don't like me because of, how I speak or whatever. There's tons of reasons why people don't like you, right? I think not liking somebody because of their preferences is kind of weird. Not kind of, it is weird. Like, to say I don't like you because you like PlayStation or you like Xbox or Nintendo or whatever. I think that shit's weird, right? And we've seen a lot of that happening throughout the year within this community, right? But I can honestly say, like, yo, I don't dislike anybody. I may distance myself from certain people, but it's never because of their preference. It's because of the weirdo shit that we tend to see in the community, right? But that's a conversation for another day. But one of the things that I like to do is I love to ask questions. One of the things that my parents taught me growing up was, Persona, baby, one thing you always got to do, if you're unsure of something, you always got to ask questions. Always ask questions. I was that kid in school that would ask questions. You understand? Even if it's during class, if it's after class, like you remember after class, you would probably go up to the teacher, be like, teacher, so remember, in elementary school or whatever, be like, yo, teacher, you said x equals y times 2 to the 4th power. I didn't really understand that. I was that kid. I love asking questions because I like information. You understand? I like knowing. I like knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, what I'm doing. Like I've always been that way. I'm very analytical. My brain is a very analytical style of brain. So I always ask this, and I think I asked this question like 3 or 4 times throughout the year because things change, right? Certain games may release, or PlayStation or Nintendo or Xbox may do something different that may sway your opinion. Right? So that's why, like, sometimes, you ask the same question once or twice or maybe 3 times throughout the year. But I think at the end of the year is when the question matters most. Here's why. Because the year is done. Everything has happened. So now you can bring everything together into perspective and truly have that definitive conversation, or truly make an educated decision on how you truly feel about the big 3. And so I asked the question today. I was going to ask it yesterday, but I forgot. So I was like, let me ask it before let me ask it before I do the show, because it'll bring home what we're going to be talking about today, right? And when it comes to judging the industry within 2022, right? Because really and truly, what I say is just my opinion, and it really is only I'm only one person, right? I'm not, you know, I'm not a whole community. I'm only one person. So although I value my opinion,
It's my opinion.
you know, I value my opinion, and I take, you know, my opinion matters most, right? How I may feel may be entirely different from how somebody else how you may feel, or how the next person may feel, or how the next person may feel, right? So what is the best way to get a proper aggregate of how the community is feeling when it comes to gaming? You gotta ask questions, putting out polls. I love doing that stuff because the polls don't lie. They don't lie, right? So I put out a poll today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I put out a poll today asking a very important question to the community. Very straightforward. You understand? You know, because you know how sometimes people will ask questions and the questions are kind of leading questions, you know, to lead people to the answer that they want you want them to give. So no, when it comes to gaming, who had the best 2022? Straightforward, short, sweet, and to the point. It's very straightforward, right? And I put this poll up like 3 hours ago, so it's already got almost 1,200 people who have answered the question. Now, I'm not surprised, right? Really and truly, I'm not. But, you know, so PlayStation had 80.4%. Xbox had 6.1%. To those who voted Xbox, we'll get you a therapist. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. And then Nintendo, 13.6%. And again, you know, there's 2 minutes left on this poll, right? So, you know, I think it's going to round out at what it is now, which is just 1,187. And this kind of sums up how people feel. And again, this isn't everyone. This is not everybody in the entire gaming community, guys. But I think in our community, because people underestimate 1,000 people is a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? 1,000 people. Imagine having 1,000. Imagine sitting in front of 1,000 people. That is a lot of people. That is. You get what I'm saying? So, although this poll is small in it's small compared to, you know, the community as a whole, in our community, right? Because there's different subsets of communities and different pockets and sections and whatnot, right? So in the pocket of, or in this, on our side of Twitter, or in this pocket of the community, this is the consensus, right? Now, the facts, data, and statistics across the board also prove this, right? Like, you know, between PlayStation and Nintendo, with NPDs, you know, Nintendo's been killing it every year. And then when we look at sales numbers, you know, I mean, obviously it's a no-brainer. But this plays into what we're going to talk about when it comes to the gaming industry in 2022. And it's not just going to be the big three. Holy shit. And it just hit 1,200. Like as soon as the it, like is timeout right now, it went to 1256. So it was at 1187. Now it's at 1256. Once the time ran out. In 2 minutes, almost 200 more people voted on this fucking poll. That's crazy. So what was I saying? I just lost so this is really going to play into what we're going to talk about today when it comes to the industry, right? Now, it's not just going to be the big three, although the big three, you know, when I say big three, I mean PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox. They'll definitely play a big role in the conversation that we're going to have today, but also talking about third-party developers as well, right? Because I think this year, third-party developers did not show up the way they should have. Now, obviously, we had a lot of cross-gen titles and all that stuff that was still happening this year, which, you know, that's a conversation in itself. But when it comes to the output, the consistency, and the quality, third party did not, in my opinion, deliver this year. Not the way they should have. But I want to start with PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, because, you know, and this is a conversation that we, you know, a conversation we continuously have year in and year out of, you know, who's doing better. And people get mad. People get angry. They get so angry when you have these conversations. Well, why are you still talking about this? And it's like, why do you care? Why are you here? You get what I'm saying? Like, if it's something you don't care about, move along. You get what I'm saying? Yo, Kratos, man, appreciate you for the super chat. Kratos says 6% on Xbox Persona. Why they ain't buying games? Oh, man. Listen, after Crisis Core, I'm gonna say, like, yo, this might be a little controversial. I know certain people might not like this, but I'm gonna be honest. After Crisis Core and those splits, I don't think Square Enix should ever put another game on Xbox ever again. Y'all not gonna like that. Some people gonna hear that and, oh, see, that's a fanboy. That's a nah. Don't waste no more resources at all. Don't waste no more resources on putting anything on an Xbox platform until they show that they are ready to buy games. Never again. And yes, I get it. Oh, it's the UK splits, and what about digital? Blah. I get all that, right? Okay, fine, right? You can use all that, and yes, all that is valid. But at the same time, you telling me no one's gonna buy it on physical at all? Physical is still something that a lot of people are buying games for, right? Although we're seeing a big push to digital when it comes to a lot of games that's coming out, physical is still something that a lot of people prefer. So, you know, I'm not saying it needs to be 50 or 60%, but you're telling me 6%? 6%? And I think that the craziest part about that, let me go to the tweet, because a lot of people was hella emotional. Yo, one thing, one thing I'll say, man, a lot of people that claim they don't care about like this console, like, you know, these debates and all this other stuff, they be hella emotional in these tweets, bro. It's crazy. So shout out to Christopher Dring, which I first off, I respect Christopher Dring. I've been following him for a minute, and I respect a lot of what he does over at GameIndustry.biz. I do like his interviews and stuff like that he does when he interviews a lot of people within the industry. I have a lot of respect for him, right? So I'm not coming at him in a personal manner. I'm only kind of critiquing how he worded this a little bit, just because I feel like, you know, everyone's trying to give Xbox this, you know, oh, well, you know, maybe if it was this, it's like, stop it, right? But shout out to Chris Dring, man. And I always say that as a disclaimer, because you know how people are, man. Like, you know, things can get misconstrued if you aren't clear, right? So I like to be clear with my intentions whenever I speak on a lot of these industry folks, because, you know, emotions. So, you know, shout out to Christopher Jones, because he says, maybe my expectations were too low, but I thought the Crisis Core Final Fantasy game did quite well at UK retail, number 8 in charts, which I think number 8 overall is great on a best selling for the month or whatever. It reached number 8. That's in the top 10. I think that is great. 70% of sales was on PlayStation 5 12% was on PlayStation 4. So that means 82%. 82% of sales for Crisis Core in the UK, guys. Obviously, we have to express that. In the UK was on a PlayStation. Crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. 12% on a Switch. I'm actually surprised it wasn't higher. Really, I figured Switch would probably be like 15, maybe almost 20%. Honestly, I'm very surprised Switch wasn't a little bit, just a tad bit higher, but 12%, right? And then 6% on Xbox. It says that's just physical sales. Xbox is more digital than others. That's bullshit. That's complete and utter bullshit. Because when the sales came out for not sales, but when the earnings reports came out for PlayStation, what was this, Q2, Q3? What was the summer? I forget the summer. It was around the spring, summertime, when they had that big PowerPoint. Actually, no, I think it was end of fiscal year. So it might even be higher now because I forget. I get the data mixed up when it comes to the reports. But I remember PlayStation saying over half. So it's more than half. More than half of PlayStation owners are buying their games digitally, and that's across the board. So if more than half of and that number might even be higher now. We might be talking about 60, 70. Shout out to Guap. I know Guap said something about like 80% or something like that. I seen him talking about that earlier today on the timeline, but you know, I didn't fully read it, so I don't want to misspeak. But the point is, over half of PlayStation customers between PS4 and PS5 are buying their games digitally. So if over half are buying their games digitally, that would mean that this number would be even higher for PlayStation. Right? Or is it counting digital and physical? This is physical sales only. No, it's box because it's physical sales only. And like, yo, listen, feel how you want to feel. Like, I get it, but I mean this because I said, Square gave y'all Xbox dudes a chance and you blew it. 6% is abysmal. Abysmal. It's absolutely disgusting. So if I'm Square, I'm looking at that 6% and I'm saying, we cutting our losses. Fuck it. But then the funny thing is, you're seeing remnants of that now. Ys 8 is not coming to the Switch. I mean, Ys 10 is not coming to Xbox. Pixel remasters are not coming to Xbox. What's the other one that there's another one. Ys 10, Ys 8 didn't go. Ys 9 ain't go. Ys 10's not going. Trials are still revered, I think it is. Not going. Final Fantasy Pixel Remasters not going. Mega Man Network Battle Collection not going. Suikoden HD remaster, HD 2D remaster not going. I'm pretty sure Dragon Quest 12 not go. Dragon Quest 12 might. DQ 12 might. It might go. It might. That one is up in the air, so I'll leave that to the side. But Legend of Dai, that's not going. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, that's not going.
Japanese developers have spoken. Because the Xbox community, and listen, I know it's not all of you. I know there are JRPG lovers on the Xbox, blah, blah. Listen, I get all that, man, all right? Like, I get that. But then again, if you're a JRPG lover, why the fuck are you on Xbox to begin with? Feel how you feel. Oh, well, that's where I want to play. Well, okay, if that's where you want to play, you're going to be missing out on some shit, right? But this has been happening all year, where we're looking at the sales splits for a lot of these games. And I'm not even just talking about Japanese games, I'm talking about games in general, right? When you're looking at the sales splits for a lot of these titles, Gotham Knights, and listen, I get it, Gotham Knights released in a shitty state, wasn't next gen, 30 frames a second only, blah, blah, blah. I get all that, right? But it still has its fan base. You know, it's a Batman-esque title. Batman and the Bat family are very popular. And it still sold pretty well, but when you look at those splits, shit's not adding up. Shit's not adding up. And if I'm Square, I'm cutting my losses. A lot of people are going to hear that and not like it. I'm cutting my losses. Because you're not buying games. Why am I putting all my effort into this for you not to buy it? And I'm not saying games need to be selling 20 plus million on the platform, but a respectable number, a respectable percentage to warrant the time, money, and effort that's going into creating these games. Listen, Japanese developers, like, you know, yeah, you get into personas and all that shit, right? That's cool and all. But the amount of time that has elapsed between the two and the return on said on the investment on that, it don't look worth it from where I sit. It don't look worth it. And if I was Square, I would cut my losses. Because the games just do not sell on that platform when it comes to JRPGs. Yo, Viper Reeds, appreciate you, man. 20 months as a member on the channel. Appreciate you for the membership message. He says, the industry has been infested with roaches and they need to be stamped out. I agree. We're going to talk about that. Mystical Tryhard Guy Ochia, man, appreciate you. 20 months as a member on the channel. 20 months, man. Day ones. Viper and Mystical Tryhard, day ones. You feel me? And then DC, man, appreciate you for the super chat. DC says, Xbox game... I can't talk. What's going on? Xbox got just about every single Final Fantasy in existence on Game Pass a couple years ago. Square clearly saw they don't support the games. Yeah, same thing with Octopath Traveler. Octopath Traveler 1 went to the Xbox. That shit's still not on PlayStation. But Octopath Traveler 2 is not going to Xbox. Why? Because they're looking at the stats. They're looking at the completion percentages. Because no one's buying the game because the shit went in Game Pass. So all they have to go on is who actually completed the game. Percentage is in the single digits. Why would I make a game to put on a platform where the completion percentage is only going to be 3 to 5%? No! That is not how this works. So they skipped it. They skipped it. They skipped it. And you got people mad. Well, why is Octopath Traveler 2 not going? Because you didn't even play Octopath Traveler 1. Go and ask the zealots, like these fanboy zealots and stuff like that. Go and ask them who has actually completed Kamoshida's palace in Persona 5. Kamoshida's the very first palace. Did you complete Kamoshida's palace? And it goes, just to segue, 'cause I don't want to spend too much time on that, but essentially, if I was Square, I would cut my losses and just not make anything on Xbox anymore, because you're not buying it, man. It's a waste. And yeah, you're gonna have people say, oh, well, there's still people there. Then have them buy a Switch, buy a PlayStation, buy a PC or whatever, and just call it a day, because no one's buying it, man. Not in a sustainable amount that warrants constantly putting the resources towards making the game and distributing it on that platform. Now, again, I know a lot of people may hear that and think that's some console war fanboy bullshit. I promise you it's not. It truly is how it looks, because we keep seeing this, and you keep seeing more and more JRPG developers not putting their games on Xbox. They would rather create the game on a severely weaker platform like the Switch, because they know people are going to buy it, than the stronger platform like a Series X or S. That should tell you something. The Switch is severely underpowered when you compare it to a PlayStation or Xbox. But you've got developers that are willing to put up with that because they know that their game is going to sell on that platform. That shit speaks volumes. That shit speaks volumes, ladies and gentlemen. And that plays into kind of talking about the industry from an Xbox perspective. Let's start with Xbox, right? Let's go ahead and beat a dead horse. From a industry standpoint, obviously y'all know what I'm gonna say. Xbox did not deliver this year. It was abysmal. It was horrible. Non-existent. All year. And all we've got is empty promises. Now, the beginning of the year looked very promising because Redfall and Starfield were slated to release in 2022 originally. Then I think it was springtime or something like that. The games got delayed. But from the start of the year to spring, there was nothing substantial from Xbox within that time frame. And the two big games that people were dangling on and putting all their eggs into those baskets with Starfield and Redfall, those slipped through your pretty little fingers.
They're an anomaly.
It might as well be an anomaly.
They're an anomaly.
Like I should care.
That's the wrong sound. Oh my God. I'm pressing the wrong sound. It slipped through your pretty little fingers, which sucks. Delays suck. I don't care what nobody says. Delays suck. Yes, they have to happen. Blah, 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 all that stuff. Yes, but for the most part, they suck. And those games got delayed out of 2022 into 2023 with no dates. We don't know when those games are coming out, right? So you have the entire year of essentially nothing substantial, nothing that's I'll say that because people like to, we've got,
we've got Pentiment, Persona. We've got Crossfire X. We've got Death Falls. We've got Scorn, Persona. We've got those games. So when you say Xbox has no games, I don't understand what you're talking about. It's my opinion.
I'm like, you know what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you a very straightforward, serious question. And I want you to be honest with me. Do you honestly think that Pentiment, let's use Pentiment because they love do you think that a Pentiment can stand to the likes of a Kirby, a Pokemon, a God of War, a GT7, a Horizon Forbidden West, an Elden Ring. Do you think that a game like that, and listen, I'm pretty sure Pentiment is a great game. I'm not trying to dispute that. My argument is not that Pentiment is a bad game. That's not what I'm saying, right? I'm sure Pentiment is a great game. I'm sure it's very fun. I know I heard a lot of good things about it, so I'm not saying that Pentiment is a bad game. I want to explicitly point that out because I know some people may hear this and think that I'm trying to say Pentiment is a bad game. Nowhere am I saying Pentiment is a bad game. What I'm saying is, do you think a game like Pentiment could stand up with the likes of a Pokemon or a God of War? The answer is no. The answer is no. Right? So when you look through the entire year, it's been letdown after letdown after letdown after letdown when it comes to Xbox and their performance within the industry this year. It's an F. It's an F. And going into 2023, they need to do better. You weren't at the Game Awards, which it's crazy. You showed us nothing all year. The gameplay that you did show of Starfield, lackluster.
It's my opinion.
Does not look innovative. Does not look fun, to be honest with you. Looks buggy. Does not look next gen. Does not scream next gen. It looks like Game Pass fodder.
It's my opinion.
Y'all not ready to have a conversation though. Because you know what the argument is going to be.
Well, Persona, what you have to understand is, that's Bethesda. Bethesda has their own style. You understand? Bethesda has this, Bethesda has that. This is the modding community is going to make the game so much better, Persona. That's what the modding community's for. So, this is why I'm playing this game on PC, because of the mods. It's the mods. I can't wait. Oh my God. Oh, joy.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, no. Because your competition is innovating. Your direct competition, PlayStation, is innovating. What's your rebuttal to that? Game Pass? No.
Cut the cap.
No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And then we have the acquisition. In fact, y'all remember this quote? Oh wait, let me y'all remember this quote?
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now, comparatively probably to what Game Pass and Xbox exclusives will offer me. That between like the Hogwarts Legacy game.
It's my opinion.
Y'all remember that quote? Hey, let's play it one more time because I can't believe this shit was said.
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now, comparatively probably to what Game Pass and Xbox exclusives will offer me. That between like the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Hey yo, Shorty said that in 2021, and in 2022, this is what happened. Oh my God. Hey yo, she put that curse on him, bro. She put that curse on him. You understand? But then let's transition to the acquisition, right? In the community. Because, yo, this community, at first the conversations were fun. It was cool. It was like, this is dope, right? Having a back and forth and, talking about it, blah, blah, blah. Like, it wasn't really that big a deal. But all year, it has been consumed with, One Stop for Gamers. What's good, bro? Evil formerly known as S, Hood Rich, Don John, I Make Babies, Harry. Yo, I Make Babies. I hope you take a can of them babies. I know you are. Kelvin. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. If I missed anybody. Eastern Conference. Shout out to everybody. Then let's transition to the acquisition stuff, because that has really been consuming the community and consuming this industry. I'll say it like this. The acquisition, the announcement of the Activision acquisition was a blessing in disguise. You want to know why? I'll tell you. It has exposed the frauds. It has exposed the liars. It has exposed the people who don't really care about gaming, the people who don't know anything about business, the people who are just here for the bullshit, the people who are really fanboys pretending to be journalists or pretending to be, influencers. It has exposed so much throughout this year. And listen, this is stuff that I've been talking about. I knew a lot of this already just off of how people talk and act and move within this community. But it feels so good to be vindicated. It feels so good to have the tangible there. To kind of, point to when it comes to the things. Bro, I have never in my life seen people writing articles to a government regulatory committee in favor of $1 billion acquisition of games you are already getting.
Cut the cap.
That's how I knew we as a community, no, not even we, because ain't nobody, we ain't doing that bullshit. I ain't doing that bullshit. You understand? But this is where I knew that we reached a new low in this community, in this industry, when you had people writing articles to the government, to the CMA, writing entire dissertations, harassing government officials, Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, harassing the FTC, harassing the CMA, all on behalf of $1 billion corporation. This is where I knew we have reached a new low when it comes to the gaming community. I couldn't believe it. Listen, debating amongst ourselves, about theories and how we feel about this, and I think the deal should go through because of this and that, or I think this would be good for Game Pass, or those conversations that you see happening in spaces or on the timeline. I don't see an issue with that, right? Because it's like, all right, if you want to have those conversations amongst yourselves, fine. Like, no one's gonna stop that, right? Like, who? Okay. But harassing government officials? What? And this has been consumed all year. And the crazy thing is, people have changed their stance. Okay, so let's do a timeline, right? Let's do a timeline. At the start of the acquisition, people were saying, so back in January, I think it's January, February, I forget when when the acquisition news broke. I forget which month it was. It might have been January, February. At the start of the acquisition, when the news first broke, you had a lot of Xbox zealots telling you, because, you know, that's when stuff was starting to come out. Oh, you know, Phil Spencer wasn't happy about this, blah, blah, blah. Or, you know, what about COD, da, da, da. And you had people saying, oh, well, Phil Spencer has no say. Not Phil Spencer, Jim Ryan, not Phil Spencer. I mean Jim Ryan. Jim Ryan has no say. Jim Ryan should be happy with whatever he gets from Xbox. Oh, COD is going to be exclusive to Xbox. Everything's going into Game Pass day one. This is what they told you at the start of the year. PlayStation has no say. Jim Ryan has no say. Blah, blah, blah. All at the start of the year, this was that energy. Oh, that COD could be sustained without PlayStation. Although 60% of the of Call of Duty's community is on a PlayStation and not an Xbox or PC or Switch. Let that sink in. Oh, well, they're gonna switch. They're gonna switch to Xbox. Some will, not all. So you're telling me people are going, and I had this conversation at the beginning of the year, and I said, so you're telling me people are going to switch from PlayStation to an Xbox just to play games in Game Pass? They're going to spend a whole nother $500 just to spend another $180 a year on one game that they play? It makes more sense to you to buy the games that you want, and that's it. If you're someone that only buys COD and sports games, just buy those every year and be happy with that. You don't have to worry about spending, you know, a monthly fee every fucking month. That doesn't make any sense, right? Then, as time progressed, ladies and gentlemen, it went from, oh, Jim Ryan should be happy with what Phil Spencer is giving him in terms of a deal, because then, you know, Phil Spencer said, oh, we had a great conversation with Jim Ryan, and I believe we'll be able to move forward amicably with, you know, this deal, and it's going to be, you know, we're going to honor contractual agreements and all this other bullshit. And then as time progressed, Jim Ryan said, no. The conversation the proposal that you came to us with was inadequate. I'll say it again for the people in the back. Jim Ryan came out and said the proposal that you came with when it came for COD, the proposal was inadequate. And then we started getting news about the CMA and this and that, and it just spiraled from there. And then the talking points kept changing to where we're at now. People thought, oh yeah, the deal's a surefire thing. Jim Ryan's not going to stop anything. Government regulators are just going to go with the flow, and they're going to push the deal through, and that's it. That's what they were telling you at the beginning of the year. And here we are at the end of the year with the FTC suing to block the goddamn deal. So the community gets an F as well. More specifically, the Xbox community.
It's my opinion.
Because it has been this nonstop talk all year long. All year. And the goalpost has moved so much. I feel like I'm in the World Cup. This goalpost has moved so goddamn much. I need to go into soccer. I should be a soccer ball player. But the way this goalpost keeps moving. It's crazy. It's crazy. So, Xbox gets an F for this year. Terrible year. Horrible year. Feel how you feel. I know some people gonna feel some type of way. I really don't care. It was horrible. Jay Gamer says soccer ball player. I can't have that, bro. What y'all say in the UK? Football player. Hello. My name's Persona, and I'd like to play a bit of football. Crikey! Crockett, somebody get me football. I know Jay Gamer gonna be like, Persona, that's not the right accent. Yo, Gian Don, man, appreciate you for the super chat. He says, gotta finish the show later at the gym. Xbox games output equals cold toaster strudel, while PlayStation Nintendo game output equals 5-star continental breakfast. That's a fact. Shout out to Gian Don. All right, let's go to Nintendo, right? Nintendo this year, I think Nintendo's output was really good. But it's the same thing I keep saying with Nintendo, man. It's that console. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that. I don't give a fuck. That console is weak as hell. It needs a better console so that these games could be at a much higher output and a higher quality. But I do think Nintendo put out some really great games here. Pokemon Arceus, Kirby, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Bayonetta 3, Pokemon. Well, nah. I ain't even gonna count Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because that shit was horrible. Playing through that, I felt disrespected. I felt like somebody spat in my face playing that shit. I'm like, yo, how the fuck can you release the game in this state? And I said for Pokemon Arceus, the game, not Arceus, Scarlet and Violet, this is even below Switch standards, in my opinion. Much lower, much below Switch standards, man. I'll say this: Arceus I enjoyed Arceus more than Scarlet and Violet, even though Arceus also had a lot of frame issues and stuff like that too. It wasn't as bad as Scarlet and Violet, and so like Nintendo needs to they need to put out a new, stronger console, man. Like, I stand by that, bro. And you know, you got Switch fanboys telling you, oh, you keep saying the same thing. Yeah, because that shit, it's true, man. They need to put out a stronger console. I get this thing is still selling, but the games are suffering, bruh. The games are suffering on this console, bruh. On this handheld console, whatever the fuck you want, hybrid, whatever you want to call it. They need to upgrade that thing, man. Go ahead and make Breath of the Wild 2 the last game on there and put out this stronger console. And really and truly, I feel like going into 2023, they'll probably do what they did with the Switch in the Wii U, where Breath of the Wild 2 will release on the Switch and on, you know, a Switch Pro or some shit like that next year, and that's gonna be that. That's probably what they'll do. But for me, with Nintendo, it's great because Nintendo's game output is never really a problem. I mean, even though I don't buy every single game that comes out, I do think that Nintendo, they understand their audience when it comes to the games that they're putting out and the types of games that they are. They understand their audience. You know, they had Splatoon 3 that released this year to huge success. A lot of great games released on the Switch this year, right? And they had some pretty good showcases. Like, they had a couple of good Nintendo Directs as well that I thought were pretty cool. And they showed up. They showed up at the Game Awards and everything. So I think when it comes to Nintendo, I'll give Nintendo a B-, because I stand by that Switch is a problem, man. And these developers, and I think when it comes to Pokemon, you know, Pokemon Game Freak, you know, I think they working their asses off there, but I feel like with Pokemon, they need to be taking better care of that, especially with the type of money that they're receiving with Pokemon. You need to put some more love and, you know, some more TLC into that, man. You need to put some more TLC. And I feel like the best way to put more TLC into that is to put out a better, stronger console. Straight up. And, you know, talking about the Switch community real quick, you know, some of these Nintendo fanboys are some of the weirdest. Real talk. This year, I think that a lot of these Nintendo fanboys showed they ass, especially when it came to that Bayonetta voice actor bullshit. I was like, you Switch fanboys are weird as fuck, man. Some of you dudes are weird and disrespectful as fuck, trying to tell people what they're worth. Motherfuckers working at McDonald's trying to tell a motherfucker what they worth. Cut
the cap.
Stop it, man. Like real talk. When I seen that, I shake my head, man. I'm like, yo, you people are crazy trying to tell somebody what they're worth. Are you out of your mind? All over a fucking game, you disrespected. And listen, she ended up, I think it came out that she was lying or whatever. And see, she holds the L too for that bullshit too. Like, you lying and trying to hurt the game with all your bullshit. Yeah, she gonna definitely get her just dues with that. But the type of disrespect that she was getting and all this crazy shit from these Switch fanboys talking about she ain't worth more than that and all this. I'm like, man, you people. I was like, yo, y'all are crazy, man. Y'all are crazy with that bullshit. And then again, dismissing dismissing the obvious when it comes to Nintendo and their shortcomings with these buggy ass games. Listen, man, gotta fix that. Straight up. Feel how you feel. But I think overall, Nintendo, I'll up it. I'll give Nintendo a B, not a B minus. I'll give them a B, because their video game output was good this year. Even some of the games were definitely buggy, so I'm taking points off of that. But I think overall, the Switch had a really solid output throughout the year. 100%. Then we get the PlayStation.
I'm a PlayStation fan. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Then we get to the good old PlayStation.
I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan too. I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Then we get to the good old PlayStation. I said it on Whoops. PlayStation, I gave PlayStation an A minus. The reason why I'm not giving them no A plus is because, like I said on Whoops, I think PlayStation's game output was strong this year. Very, very strong. And they killed it when it comes to the exclusives, first party exclusives, when it came to second party, third party, the time deals and all that stuff. I think PlayStation knocked it out the park this year. But like I said on Whoops over the weekend, I think that PlayStation not having a showcase this year, that's a huge L in my opinion. That's an L. And you get points taken off of that. Yeah, these smaller state of plays were cool. I think they had some great state of plays throughout the year. But in terms of that showcase that we all expect, not having that for whatever reason, I take points off of that, man. I take big points off of that. So yeah, they get an A minus. But I do think that PlayStation's game output, when it comes to both the quality, the caliber, is unmatched. It's unmatched. Feel how you feel.
Oh, well, Persona, you're saying that because you're a PlayStation fanboy. You're a fan.
Nah, I'm saying that because it's the truth. And see, a lot of people don't want to admit that, man. Because they not really, real talk, a lot of these people are not playing the games. Like, straight up. They're not playing the games. That quality is unmatched for PlayStation this year, especially when we can't compare the third party. I'm gonna get at third party in a second, but compared to third party as well, it's night and day. It's a night and day difference when it comes to PlayStation. They killed it, man. They have killed it when it comes to the quality in the first party output. I think they did a good job. Now, the PlayStation community, We get an A.
It's my opinion. It's my opinion.
Get an A. Because at the end of the day, PlayStation Nation gonna always hold PlayStation feet to the fire. And honestly, I can't think of no. I'm trying to think of like something stupid that the PlayStation Nation did this year. What was something crazy that the PlayStation? One of the things that I always say, man, with the PlayStation Nation, man, PlayStation Nation, y'all know I love y'all, man, but y'all, some of y'all be moving the goalposts too when it comes to like games going to PC and all that bullshit. Y'all know, like obviously I'm not gonna I don't make a big deal about it anymore because I've said what I've said when it comes to PlayStation putting their games on PC. You know, I just don't agree. I just don't agree with that. I never will. Like, it's just something I will never agree with. You know, like that's just me, right? You know, but they're gonna do what they do. So it's like, all right, you know, there's no use crying over spilled milk because it's gonna happen. So you have to accept it. So I've accepted it, even if I don't agree with it 100%. I accept it because it's like, all right, you know, it's gonna happen. Like it is what it is. So there's no use crying over that. But at the same time, PlayStation Nation, y'all y'all hold the L for doubting me. That's what y'all hold the L on, for doubting me, because for years now I've been saying that, yo, when you take an inch, when you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And people kept telling me, oh, Persona, you're overreacting. You're overreacting, Persona, because it's just old games. It's old games from like 5 years ago. Nobody cares about that. Now look. Returnal came out last year. Last of Us Part 1 Remake came out 3 months ago. And it's coming out next year. At the beginning of the year.
Cut the cap.
Most likely God of War is coming out. Ragnarok's coming out next year as well. So PlayStation Nation, is it still not that big a deal? But I love saying I told you so. Because I told you so. I told y'all, bro. I told y'all. I told y'all what was gonna happen. I told y'all. And y'all ain't want to believe me, and that's okay. That's okay. Because I'll ask the question that I asked last year. When the walls come down, what do PlayStation fans get? And the answer is simple. Nothing. But it is what it is. But I still get a PlayStation Nation an A. Because, you know, we out here supporting these games, buying these games, holding PlayStation's feet to the fire when it comes to falling. Oh, you know what? No. Y'all don't get no A. Hold on. I just remember. Y'all don't get no fucking A. No. Let me take that back. I take that A back. PlayStation Nation, y'all get a B. Because the showcase, that's what we're gonna talk about. The showcase. When me or Barry or whoever, especially on Whoops, when we was talking about, oh yeah, PlayStation needs to do a showcase. Where's the showcase? Where's the showcase? Where's the showcase? Where's the showcase? What was PlayStation Nation saying? Oh, well, you know.
Persona, you know, we don't need a showcase. We got these bangers. We don't need a showcase. We got these bangers. We got the bangers. We got the games. There's no need for PlayStation to do a showcase because we got the games. We got these bangers.
Cut the cap. Cut the cap.
No. Absolutely not. PlayStation absolutely needs to do a showcase, and they should have done a showcase this year, and that's why it's an L for PlayStation. And PlayStation Nation, you get the L as well, because you was trying to tell me, you was trying to come at me and say, Persona, no, stay quiet, Persona. No, we don't need a showcase. We got the games. God of War's on the way. We about to get Last of Us Part 1 remake. Why do we need a showcase? Because I want to see the future of PlayStation.
Cut the cap. Cut the cap. Cut the cap.
I want to see the future of PlayStation. So absolutely, they need to do a showcase. Yo, Jack Move, what's good, bro? Sony got too many. Hey, yo, Jack Move. Yo, Jack Move says Sony got too many dick-eating fans to get an A. No. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, Jack Move wild, bruh. Yo, Jack. Yo, listen, Jack. You right. PlayStation Nation, you get a B. Y'all get a B this year. What Harris say? T. Harris Persona, you was whining about God of War Ragnarok info like your life was dependent on. Absolutely, because we needed to see that info. I wanted to see that info. They were waiting too long. But we got the info in September. We got the trailer. It was a great trailer. It showed a lot of good stuff. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm happy now. Listen, I'm always gonna be, when PlayStation's not moving how I feel they should move, I'm always gonna speak on it. I'm always gonna point that shit out, man, because that's just how I am. And listen, I rock with PlayStation heavy, but I'm not gonna stay quiet if I'm not feeling like how they moving with certain things. And that God of War news, I feel like they should have showed that in the summer. I stand by that, but they showed it in September at the Japanese State of Play, which I thought was cool. And all right, fine, that's fine. The no showcase for the year, that's a huge L, man. I stand by that. They absolutely should have did a showcase this year. Yes, they should have. Absolutely, they should have did a showcase. And the fact that they didn't, that is an L. I stand by that, and I will always stand by that. But the game output was solid as fuck this year for PlayStation. So they get an A-. They get an A- from me, man. But the PlayStation Nation, y'all get a B this year, man. Y'all was doubting me. Y'all was doubting your boy. You absolutely get a B this year. I still love y'all though. I still rock with y'all. Now let's talk about third party real quick. Third party this year. I can't believe how bad third party has been this year for me personally, man. I'm actually disappointed because third party not always knocks it out the park, but there's always some diamonds in the rough, right? And there was a couple of cool, okay games from third party, but this year, my 3 biggest disappointments this year for third party, Evil West. I dropped the game. I think I showed y'all when I kept glitching into the floor, fighting a boss that I couldn't progress. And I dropped the game, bro. I was like, fuck this, man. I stopped playing because I'm like, this is disgusting, bro. How are you releasing games in this state, man? You're developers, man. You're developers. And do you not have enough time? Do you not have the right resources? Are you the B team, the C team? What is it, bro? Evil West was a huge disappointment. I didn't even go back to finish the game because I was so disgusted at the how glitchy the game was. I was like, absolutely not, man. And I know they released a big update for it, so maybe at some point I'll go back to it. But as of right now, that shit's not getting my time. Are you crazy? You're not getting my time, man. You're not getting my time, man. Respect my time.
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
Another big disappointment from third party, Gotham Knights. Now look, I love Gotham Knights. Love is a strong word. I wouldn't say love. I liked Gotham Knights. Right? The main story and all that stuff I thought was cool. The combat and all that I thought was cool, right? But when we get into the performance, when we get into the lack of next-gen-ism, their bullshit excuse for why they didn't put 60 frames per second in the game because they wanted a 100% untethered co-op experience. Stop, man.
The cap.
Stop. This is a next-gen only game. And this is why I say, yo, PlayStation, I blame PlayStation for this. Hear me out. Hold on, guys. Before you pull out the pitchforks, let me speak. Let me speak. I blame PlayStation for this. Hear me why. Listen, here's why. Here's why. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. PlayStation's exclusives are built so well on a PlayStation 5 that when you look at third party, it looks like shit. Because you see what's possible on the PS5 and then you see what third party is doing and you know it's not the best. But even knowing that it's not the best, because obviously it's got tons of other platforms and stuff like that it has to develop for, there's still a certain criteria that you expect for third party to check off and at least reach when it comes to the quality of the game and all this other stuff. And it this year it did not even reach that. So when you're looking at something like a Horizon Forbidden West, and then you go and look at a third-party game like Gotham Knights, don't tell me that 60 frames per second is not possible. We look at a game like Evil West, don't tell me a higher resolution and the glitches is just not possible, because it is. Those are two big letdowns this year for me personally. The third game is Callisto Protocol. I thought the story in Callisto Protocol was cool. It was okay. It wasn't the best. It was okay. I think the game is actually extremely beautiful. It's a beautiful looking game. But that's where it stops. The combat is terrible. I'm trying to think of it's another game that I'm thinking of. Came out this year that just was not good. I can't think of it right now. But all in all, third party this year has been abysmal. Abysmal. Now, looking at 2023, you know, with Star Wars, Jedi Survivor, Hogwarts Legacy, Diablo 4, Street Fighter 6, third party looks to be a lot stronger going into 2023. Looking at 2023 in those games, I will give third party that. Third party looks a lot stronger next year. Obviously, we need to see gameplay and all this other stuff with a lot of these games, and we obviously need to get these games in our hands. But looking at a lot of the games that's going to be coming out in 2023 from third party, it looks strong. Oh, Modern Warfare 2 as well, dog shit. Thank you for reminding me, Guap. Thank you. Modern Warfare 2, complete and utter dog shit. A shell of its former self, not a true Call of Duty. It's not a real Call of Duty game. It's dog shit. Absolute utter dog shit. I stand by that. Absolute utter dog shit. Never. And it's so disappointing because excuse me. It's so disappointing because you expect so much more. Like, I expect so much more from Call of Duty because I know what a great Call of Duty is. So when I look at something like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I'm judging it so harshly because I know what a great Call of Duty is. Anything less than that is dog shit. And that's what Modern Warfare 2 is. Does it have some redeeming qualities and factors? Yes. There's certain things that are okay about the game. But all in all, when it comes to a true to form Call of Duty experience, Modern Warfare 2 is not it. I would not recommend Modern Warfare 2 to anybody. Not even my worst enemy would I recommend Modern Warfare 2. That's how bad I think the game is. I stand by that 100%. 100%. So, you know, third party needs to step it up going into 2023. And like I said, it looks pretty solid. There's a lot of great games coming out next year. JRPG, you know what it is too? This year, JRPGs killed it. Japanese games killed it this year. Chained Echoes, Crisis Core, Star Ocean 6, I'm like drawing a blank from other ones. You get what I'm saying though. A lot of JRPGs this year were really, Japanese games were killing it this year. Legend of Heroes, Valkyrie Elysium, thank you. Valkyrie Profiler Neff coming out this week on Thursday. Japanese games killed it this year, man. They killed it. P5 Royal for the 100th time, yes. Soul Hackers 2, shout out to you, Carl. Soul Hackers 2, Digimon Survive. Digimon Survive looked good. Any Persona looking forward to... any Persona looking forward to 16 needs to experience the greatness that is MS Selch. Okay. Digimon, it's funny. What was the last Digimon game that I bought? Was it Digimon World Order? I think was the last one that I bought. Yeah, Digimon World Order, I think was the last one that I bought, which was really good. MS Silch got voted the best FF character in Japan. Word. Was that for 35th anniversary? I think that was for, wasn't that for 35th? Oh yeah, Strange is a Paradise, which was good. I enjoyed Strange is a Paradise as well. I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, there was a lot of great Japanese games that released this year. A lot of great Japanese games. Yeah, I'm excited to play those Pixel remasters, Final Fantasy 1 through 6. I never played Final Fantasy 1 through 6, man. So I'm excited. And I have the Pixel remasters on PC, but I want to play them on. Listen, I want to play them on PlayStation. Like, I own them on PC. Let me show y'all, man. I know how motherfuckers are like, well, Persona, you tell people to buy this with this, so why don't you buy that? I'll show y'all, man. Like, I own all the fucking Final Fantasies. Right? Let me see if I can make these bigger. Rename. More options. Properties. I can't make them bigger. Let me see if y'all can see this. Can y'all see that? Let's see. Y'all see that? I got them all right there, man. I own all them shits, but I want them on PlayStation. I was playing Final Fantasy VI. It's tiny, yeah, I know. Oh, here we go, view. I was looking for this large icon. There we go. Y'all see them right there. I got all 6 Final Fantasy. I got the Pixel remasters on Steam, but I want to play these shits on I want to get the platinums, okay? I want to get platinums in these shits on PlayStation, right? Like if I start up 6, I've got to reinstall this shit? What? Oh, nah. Why do I have to reinstall the games? That's weird. They should be already downloaded on, that's weird. FF2 is the greatest FF game. Yeah, I'm gonna, cause I've always liked, Kefka. Like his design and the shit he was trying to do. So 6 is definitely the one I'm gonna start with and play through that. Just off the strength of Kefka alone. You know, I think Kefka is a dope ass villain. So, you know, I definitely want to experience that in 6. But then from 6, once I finish 6, I'll start from like 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5, or whatever. Is it Kefka FF6? Which one is it? Yeah, 6. Yeah, 6 is Kefka. Y'all trying to gaslight me. Y'all be thinking like, yo, no, Kefka is 6. Kefka is definitely 6. Yeah, 6. Okay, I see you say FF2 with the question mark. I'm like, no. 6. So yeah, 6. I'll do 6, and then I'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And go through all of them, because the Final Fantasies that I have not played is 1 through 6 and 9. So, yeah, I want to finish all of those. And getting all the platinums for every final. That's like a long time goal though. Like probably like by the end of this generation or something like that. Have the platinum for every single Final Fantasy game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 12. I don't know if they're gonna bring the 13 series to PlayStation. I hope they do, but if they don't, it's whatever. 14, I'm not getting the platinum in that, man. That like I would have to spend my life trying to get the platinum in 14, man. Fuck that. But 15, I already have the platinum in that, and then 16, Final Fantasy 16, I'm definitely getting the platinum in that as well. And I'll have the platinum in Crisis Core probably by the end of the week, honestly. Yeah, Final Fantasy 14 platinum, because Final Fantasy 14 is a fucking MMO, man. I'm I'm not dealing with that, man. I'm just not with that. No. So unknown said you. So unknown, you saying 6, 4, 5, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's the order I should play them in. It's an MMO, but the story is designed as a JRPG. Yeah, but the grinding and the raid, I'm good, man. I don't want to deal with that. If this was like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, because I was playing Final Fantasy 14 pretty heavy at one point, and then I fell off, and like I never got back to it. So, you know, I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good on that, man. Yeah, if this was like 6 years ago, 5 or 6 years ago, I would have been like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. Now, nah, I couldn't do that now. Not 14 at least. Maybe, like I said, I think with the other ones, with the other JRPGs, those are the other Final Fantasies, those are more manageable. Except for 12. 12 is pretty hectic too. I think you have to beating all the judges. I know one of the trophies is, well, you have to finish all the trials, and one of the trials is fighting all 5 judges, or is it 6? I forget if it's 5 or 6. But you got to fight all. Yeah, it's 5 actually. No, it's 5 or 6. You have to fight all judges at the same time in one of the trials, which is crazy. It's supposed to be one of the hardest trials in the game with 12. 10, 10, 2 are still pretty good. Yeah, 10. It's been so long, so long since I've touched 10 or 10, 2. And then, listen, they bring in what's that? Suikoden 1 and 2. Is it 1, 2? Yeah, Suikoden 1 and 2 coming. Dragon Quest. There's a lot of JRPGs coming out next year that I'm gonna want to play through, and next year's gonna be a really heavy JRPG year for me, because I'm gonna want to play through all of the Mega Man Network Battle games. I'm gonna want to play through Octopath Traveler 2. I'm gonna finish Octopath Traveler 1 in January. I'm just gonna finish it on the Switch. And then Monster Hunter Rise, I'm gonna be playing through that. That's not really a JRPG, but I'm just thinking Japanese games in general. Dragon Quest, was that 2? No, 3. Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D. There's a lot of JRPGs. Ys, I don't know if Ys 10 is coming out next year. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is supposed to be coming out next year. I'm gonna be playing through that. I'm gonna want to finish that up. P3, P4. I'm definitely gonna play P4 for sure. Persona 4 Golden. I'm definitely gonna play that. And finish that up. Fuck. Hey, yo, Barry, I told you, boy. I told you, you should have worn a scarf, man. You telling me I should have worn a scarf? You feel me? You hear me? I'm a lot better. You understand? Your boy feeling good. You should have worn a scarf, brother. Also, shout out to, I know somebody just became a member on the channel. Or did I miss that? Did somebody just become a member on the channel? I saw that somebody became a member on the channel. Whoever that was, I appreciate you becoming a member. I don't see the message. I don't see it in the chat though. Shout out to Barry for the $10 super chat too. He says, should have worn a scarf. Yeah, you should have. You should have. Now you're sick. Listen, get you a whole bunch of orange juice. Take your vitamins. Get you a whole bunch of soup. I know you're gonna have your green tea with the honey, so you good on that. And put you some sweatpants on with some socks and a nice long sleeve house shirt. And chill, ride it out, brother. Oh, and get you some lozenges or coldies. Ride that shit out, man. Yo, Ache the Hero, I did. I sound terrible, man. Yo, I could barely, I really truly, it hurt to talk. I could barely talk. Even when I was in those spaces, like I couldn't talk without coughing. It was really bad. It was like, yo, like, talking just hurts. Oh man. Yo, getting sick sucks too, man. Don't ever get sick, guys. Yeah, no, Mary. I was down bad. What was I? What was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, going back to the community real quick. Another thing I want to talk about real quick when it comes to the community is just like, yo, the craziness that's been happening this year. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, man. I love gaming just as much as the next person. You feel me? You know, gaming is definitely a passion. You know, I love it. I love it. Even in my, you know, I'm getting old now. You know, I'm in my 30s. So, you know, I love gaming, man. Gaming is a passion. You know, I love it. You know, I truly do. Like, my idea of a fun Friday night is gaming it up, you know, on a COD or in a fighting game or playing through a JRPG. So that's fun to me. You feel me? That's a fun pastime to me. Obviously, going out and doing shit as well, but you know, playing through a new game or something like that on a Friday night, that's fun as shit, right? But how do I say this? When it comes to this gaming community, I rock with a lot of people in this gaming community. I think, even though like a lot of people, oh, it's not a gaming community, it's this drama community. Listen, I really distance myself from a lot of that stuff because I don't really do that shit. I really don't. You know, if you look down my timeline, you see a lot of gaming. You see, you know, some joke tweets here and there. You see, you know, me pointing out, you know, certain shit with hypocrisy or whatever. But you know, when it comes to gaming, but you know, nothing that's like crazy. But yo, going into 2023, gaming community, hear me and hear me well, man. I want y'all to move away from this craziness, this foolishness going into 2023. And I know I ain't nobody special, man. I ain't nobody special. I'm just an average Joe. Right? I'm an average guy. I ain't nobody special. I'm just some random dude on the internet to a lot of people. And I understand that. So a lot of people might hear this and be like, well, why should I listen to you? And my answer to that is you shouldn't. You should do whatever you want as an adult, right? As an adult, you do what you want. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm not trying to tell anybody how they should live their life. I'm only putting my thoughts out there, and whoever heeds those thoughts or listens to that and it helps them in their day-to-day life or helps them on social media or whatever, then so be it. If it helps nobody, then fine. But at least I can say I put it out there, so whoever listens to it and takes it, it is what it is. But going into 2023 and really just period, right? Like just in general, it doesn't have to be 2023. You could start it. You could start it as soon as today, right? But gaming community, I really want y'all to move away from the drama. I really want y'all to get back to playing video games. Get back to talking gaming. Get back to cracking the jokes and all that shit. I really, truly, deeply want y'all to get back to that. Because, and it might not even apply to anybody here, but just in case it does apply, obviously, you know, it is what it is. This year, the amount of drama and craziness that I have witnessed, I'm speechless. I'm like, yo, gaming wise, this is not what gaming is about. And I know people say that tired ass line all the time. People say that tired ass line every single time some craziness happens. Every time some craziness happens in a community, that same tired ass line. This is not what the gaming community, this is not what gaming's all about. But really and truly, it's true. Ladies and gentlemen, it's true. And listen, I think gaming debates are great. I love debating and stuff like that. I think that stuff is awesome. But the foolishness, man, the foolishness. That's why, like, yo, I blocked quite a few people. And I didn't talk about this on my channel just because, you know, I don't really see a need to, but it's the end of the year. It's the last show of the year, so fuck it, we'll talk about it. And I blocked a lot of people because I don't want to keep seeing that bullshit on my timeline, or I don't even want to associate with people who associate with the foolishness. You get what I'm saying? That's just how I am. That's how I roll, right? And you know, when it comes to the craziness in this community, listen, I love talking games. I love sharing my experiences. I love cracking jokes. You know, I'll crack a joke about Xbox in a heartbeat. But nothing that I say or do is ever meant to be malicious or to stifle somebody's, you know, all that crazy shit. You understand? It's all jokes, right? But the craziness that I see in this community, especially this year, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to do better as a community. We have to do better. And I think going into 2023, a lot of folks in the community should really take a step back and look at the shit and kind of and be better. That's really all I'm gonna say. Listen, y'all can chill and hang around whoever the fuck you want, right? I said this in a space before. I'm never gonna tell anybody who they can or cannot hang around, because one, I'm just some random motherfucker on the internet. Like I'm not anybody. I'm just some random dude, man. Like who are you, Persona? You ain't nobody special. Yeah, which is true. Right? I'm just some random on the internet. So it's like, why the fuck should I listen to you? Which is true. Why the fuck should you listen to me? Who the fuck are you? Right? But that does not mean that you need to associate with the people who you don't like that they associate with. So you can just distance yourself from the whole thing, which is what I do. I'm not gonna tell you who you can and can't be around, because I ain't shit. I'm just not gonna fuck with you altogether. There you go. Problem solved. Problem solved. I just won't fuck with none of you. I'll just distance myself from the whole thing. And that's how I've always been. Because I don't like a motherfucker that play both sides. Because I've never been that way. You understand? If I'm around somebody that calls me so for instance with Bari, right? If somebody I know is talking bad about Bari, bad mouthing Bari, shitting on Bari or whatever, I'm not gonna fuck with that person. I'm not even gonna entertain that shit. I'm gonna shut that shit down, obviously. But then I'm also going to like, all right, I gotta cut ties. Because I call Bari a friend. I look at Bari as a friend or a brother and all that. And then that's the thing about this community, man. A lot of people like to throw this, we family, we brother, we sister, and all this bullshit. But you playing both sides, man. I don't do that. I don't do that type of shit. But I don't fault anybody who does. You do what you want. I personally just won't fuck with you. And that's how I move. So, that's why I blocked a lot of people who don't necessarily do the drama, but are around it and they condone it. You get what I'm saying? I said on Twitter a couple weeks ago, I'm not going into 2023 dealing with this foolishness. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going into 2023 constantly seeing this bullshit. I'm not going into 2023 dealing with this. Like, yo, I love interacting with people in the community. I love the connections that I have made. I love the people who support and rock with me, and I appreciate, you know, all that stuff. You feel me? But at the same time, man, some of that foolishness and some of that bullshit, I'm personally not dealing with that. You feel me? I'm here for gaming. It's always been like that. You feel me? I love sharing my experiences with the world. I love talking gaming. I love debating, right? If we're going to debate about a topic or something like that, I love that shit too. Don't get it twisted. I love the trash talk, right? You know, shout out to Chuck, man. That's my bro, man. And you know, me and Chuck, we've been talking shit to each other for years. We've been shit talking to each other for years, doing grudge matches and all that for years. You feel me? Like that's our language. You get what I'm saying? And it's never disrespect. It's always like he'll call me trash, I'll call him trash or something like that. And it's all fun, right? It's never personal because it's never meant to taken that way. Even though, you know, Chuck is trash at any fighter that he touches. Even if I lose, Chuck is still trash. Shout out to Chuck, though, that's my boy. But I'm not it's all fun and game. It's all fun, you know. Like it's always respect, you know. Yo, listen, Chuck is a good trash talker, man. Chuck, Dre, Bari, the boys know how to talk shit. You understand? Oh man, the boys know how to talk shit. You hear? It's always fun though, man. It's fun. It's competition, you know, friendly competition between friends and whatnot on fighting games and shit. Like, yo, when Street Fighter 6 come out, I'm gonna challenge Chuck to a grudge match. We're gonna run matches. I'm gonna run matches with Dre, run matches with Bari. Even if I lose, these boys still trash. You know, but it's all fun. You know what I mean? Yo, Uppercase J, what up, bro? Chuck is eternal trash in life. Oh, man. Oh, man. Crazy. But yeah, like gaming community, man, gotta do better in 2023. You gotta do better. True Bleed, what's up? You gotta do better. 100% gotta do better. And I stand by that, man. And I lead by examples, man. Cause they be like, oh, well, Persona, are you posting gameplay? Yeah, I post gameplay. Do you watch my channel? Do you pay attention to my content, man? Do you pay attention to my YouTube channel? I lead by example in everything that I do, man. Yo, my Street Fighter 6 character looks stupid. Yo, listen, I messed up, man. When the full game come out, you gonna see my character. She gonna be swaggy as fuck. I just messed up on her chest, man. I didn't think when I was building it, I didn't think it was that crazy, and because I never looked to the side. So when I built the character and she turned to the side, I said, "What the fuck?" Like, yo, that shit look crazy. Don't worry, I'm a build up better. I was streaming some Street Fighter yesterday, open lobby. Have people come through, and that's the thing too, man. It's like, yo, people keep saying, "Oh yeah, you know, we need the game, we need to do this and do that," but ain't nobody never setting shit up, bruh. Set shit up. I forgot. Oh, what's this? Oh yeah, I was on vacation. My vacation started today too, man. It feels good to be on vacation, for real. Music, what's this? All types of gaming shit, man. It's gaming. Excitement about games, comic book nerdy shit. Look down my fucking timeline, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm getting Forspoken, Jenna. Look down my timeline. No, I lead by example in everything that I say and do, man. Nothing that I say, if I'm telling you something, it's because I'm doing it myself. You get what I'm saying? If I'm putting something out there, I'm never on that type of energy where I'm not doing what I'm not practicing what I preach. I practice what I preach all the time, man. I love gaming, man. I'm here to. I've been saying this shit for you. Ask Bari. Where Bari at? Bari in the chat. Ask Bari in the chat right now. I've been the same for years. Ask Uppercase J. I want to share my experiences with the world. I love sharing gameplay. I love playing games. I'm here for gaming, the debates and all that. all that other bullshit and foolishness, I'm not here for that, bruh. I keep saying that shit. 'Cause I mean that shit. I'm not here for that bullshit. I'm not here for that, man. My PlayStation wrap up, you feel me? Your boy was out here gaming. Yo, what's the other thing? Yo, where the wrap ups at, bruh? Everybody always running their fucking mouth. Show the wrap ups. I want to see the wrap ups. Show me your PlayStation and your Nintendo wrap ups. Show us that you really out here gaming. That's what I want to see. That's what we want to see. Stop running your mouth. Stop running your mouth and start showing the games. Oh, you got vacate next week, Mass Produce? That's what's up. Yeah, vacation for 2 weeks, man. I'm gaming. I'm gaming heavy. Crisis. So my plan is Crisis Core Platinum. I'm gonna play through Witcher 3. So there's 4 games: Crisis Core, Chained Echoes, Valkyrie Profile Lenneth, Witcher 3 next gen version, and I want to finish Star Ocean 6. I gotta finish Star Ocean 6. I definitely gotta finish Star Ocean 6. So those are like the 5 games I'm gonna be juggling, trying to finish up. Not by like the end of my vacation, but at least by Forspoken's release. So Forspoken releases what, January 24th? I want to have those games, those 5 games, complete by the 24th. I won't have the game while on vacation. I'll be on traveling. Oh, word? That's what's up, Jenna. Where you going? Where you traveling to? You going to like any place special? But yeah, man. I think at the end of the day, man, you know, gaming industry, do better in 2023. We need you to be better in 2023. And gaming community, we also need you to be better in 2023. We need you to be a lot better in 2023. This has come from your big brother persona. Your big bro persona. Oh damn, you going to Israel and Hawaii? God damn, that's what's up. That's dope. Enjoy your vacation, Jenna. That sounds really dope. Israel and Hawaii, that's really, really dope. Yeah, Bird, just like Kratos says, don't be sorry. Be better. With that being said, listen, guys and girls, I hope you all enjoy your holiday time with your family and your loved ones. I hope you guys enjoy the new year. I know a couple people that have asked me about like the God of War review and stuff like that. I'm gonna put all that stuff out in the new year. I know I promised in December, but I don't got the spark, man. I'm gonna be honest. I still have to finish it and do the editing and stuff like that. I want to get through these games. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to get through these games. So that and being in like this content creation rut, I'm just like, yo, right now, January is definitely gonna be when I come back full force and pump out a lot of content and whatnot. Oh yeah, I gotta. I'll let y'all review. I don't know why I'm gonna say this. After saying that, I'm gonna put out the reviews and everything this year. But go ahead and y'all can do a Persona review for the year if y'all want, of Persona year in review. Leave a comment and be like, yeah, Persona, you get a B by on the content and whatnot. Let me know for the year, man. I'm curious what y'all say. Y'all can do a Persona in review
and give me a score for this year on the channel. How you enjoyed yourself here on my channel for the year. Definitely you can put a score in the comments or put it in the comments after this uploads. But listen guys, I do appreciate y'all a lot, so much, for rocking out with me this year, rocking out with my content, rocking out with the streams, rocking out with me on Twitter and Twitter Spaces, rocking out with me on What's Up PlayStation podcast every Saturday 11 a.m. And just supporting and talking games with y'all and everything throughout the year has been lots of fun, lots of enjoyment. And next year is going to be damn, Star Guardian F-. I respect it. I respect it, Star Guardian 88. I respect it. I do hope y'all enjoy y'all holidays, man. Whatever you celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Happy holidays to you. Happy holidays to your family and your loved ones. Please be safe. Drink lots. If you drink, drink lots of alcohol, but drink responsibly for the new year. Your boy got the eggnog on deck, so it's gonna be a great time. And 2023, here we come, man. It's gonna be a big year for PlayStation. A lot of great games, a lot of great peripherals with PSVR 2, PlayStation Edge controller, Spider-Man 2 coming out fall 2023. I'm sure we're going to have a Stellar Blade coming out 2023, right? It's a lot of great things for Spoken, and just a lot of great games coming out next year as well. So, definitely, keep it locked. And round of applause for the folks in the chat, man. If it'll work. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. I see y'all in 2023, man. Last episode of the year. Another round of applause for the folks in the chat, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do. I really appreciate y'all. I truly do, man. Be blessed, guys. It's me, your boy Persona, and I'm out, guys, man. See y'all in 2023. We out, guys. Peace.